guys, here we are at my friend Connie's house. Let's go in and see what kind of art she does.
Hi there.
Hi, Connie.
Hi, folks.
Hey.
Connie Nelson, face painting by Connie. Good to see y'all.
Hey, Connie, do you have a moment where we can come in and see your studio?
Sure can. Come on in.
So, Connie, thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming.
Could you tell us what kind of art you do?
I do face painting and tattoo work, and I have this awesome bus that I do all of my work out of.
Awesome. So it's a mobile studio.
It's a mobile studio. It's a dream come true.
Ah.
It is. It is.
Now, how did you get started doing this?
So I started in the dental field years ago, and I had a patient whose husband had recently passed, and she asked me if I wanted to learn how to paint. And basically she wanted somebody who was going to keep her company, but she taught me how to toll paint. And she taught me how to shade and outline. And here's probably one of the first things I did. This is 2001.
Wow.
Yeah, so 19 years
now,
ago.
you said toll painting.
Toll
What's
painting,
that?
Can
I see that?
it's painting on different types of media. It's shading, and working off a pattern, basically. So everything is done by hand, but you trace the outline first. And then you do your highlighting, and so this is another one that I paint. But she taught me how to paint on slate and wood and
This is
things
slate?
of that sort, yes. So this was
Wonderful.
off an old roof, which is neat to know.
Ah.
Yeah, so she taught me all of that stuff. So I painted with her for years. And then after that, I didn't do much. I had my family, and that's when the whole face painting kicked in. I was kind of shocked to find out how much kids loved face painting, and my son kind of started the whole thing. He was painted by a clown, didn't like it, had me start practicing on him, and then before you know it, you post one thing to social media and it just blows up. So kids loved it. I would do it just like at birthday parties for friends, and it ended up becoming very popular. And here I am 8 years later.
8 years.
8
Wow.
years later.
Wow. So she went from learning from another artist how to paint on slate and wood to painting on faces.
Right, which is very different. And I always tell the kids, you can learn anything on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I would Google our YouTube videos on face painting, and I would just watch them over and over and practice over and over. And kids always ask me, how are you so good at this? When I started, it was horrific what I was doing. But to kids, it made them happy. I could have painted their face yellow and they would have been happy. So, yeah,
So
you just
lots
have
of
to
practice.
practice. That is
Mhm.
it. Practice. Anything you practice, you're going to get good at.
So Connie, do you just paint kids' faces now?
No, I do a lot of other things. Currently what I'm doing is fun little pumpkins for the neighborhood kids. So this would be something really easy for the kids to do at home. With acrylic paints, just buy a pumpkin, take some acrylic paints, paint little fun faces on your pumpkin, and then I just seal them with a clear coat. That way you could put them outside.
And it makes it nice and shiny.
Yeah.
Protects the paint.
And then they can be out in the rain and weather.
Mhm.
I also rock out Erie. When that first started, I did a lot of rock painting, and I still have a lot of requests for. These are a few that I found today.
Nice.
But rock painting is still so much fun to do. So just any sort of media you can kind of grab and paint, and it's lots of fun.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can we get a view inside?
Sure can. Come
Hey,
on in. Hi guys, welcome aboard the bus. I had a lot of ideas in mind when I wanted to come up with something that was mobile. So I found this bus in New York State. It was an old senior center bus, and I transformed it into my dream. I kept all the seats in it, and I had somebody print me out vinyl stickers. I decorated it. This here is Big Red, my Sour Patch Kid. And I decorated it with fun pictures of kids and stickers And what I do is I have kids come in the back end. They get painted here at my setup, and or a glitter tattoo, or I do hair feathers as well. And then they exit out the front. Okay, friends, here is an idea of what my setup looks like. These are water-based paints. They're almost like a clay consistency. They can last for a few years for me. I have, of course, my favorite brushes that I use for both painting on different types of media or my face painting. They're the Low Cornell brand Gold Grip. It's my favorite one. Different kinds of brushes. This is a 3/4 inch brush. My absolute favorite brush, it's odd, it is an actual e.l.f. makeup brush. It's a foundation brush that you can find at Walmart. This one I use a ton. So I use gems for the girls a lot of times. Stencils, finger daubers, glitter, with quarantine and everything, which I always have used. You use your disinfectant. You have to disinfect everything, which we did before. But yeah, this is a whole lot of fun. It really is. You can even use these on paper, like for watercolor. I do a lot of times. So yes, this is my setup here.
Here is one of Connie's original tiger designs when she first started. She's evolved and now her tiger faces look like this. A lot more interesting details, don't you think?
All right, so during quarantine, I obviously couldn't face paint, so I had to come up with another idea. And I thought of 6-foot birthday signs. So what I did was I sketched out whatever I was going to paint, or what kind of like an idea that I had in my head, which a lot of times I'll just Google like clip art ideas on Google, and I cut it out with a jigsaw and would sand it and then give it a coat, and then I would just kind of start painting. And these took me about 15 hours each to make. So I did a unicorn. I have a bunch more of these. This is a little birthday sign with balloons. I did a cupcake. I had Fortnite. There's a sports one here. I have about 13 different ones that people rent on a daily basis and put up in their yard for their kids, for their grandmas, moms, dads, whoever. But yeah, so these were a lot of fun to paint. It gave me something to do during quarantine since I didn't have any face painting to do.
Oh my gosh, Connie, that was so great. Guys, we learned a lot today. We learned how Connie started painting. We learned how it took a lot of practice and she kept trying and researching and watching videos.
Yes, yes.
And then how it even evolved when she hit the bumps in the road, like quarantine, and how she had to change her ideas.
Right, that's right. And I always tell the kids, make sure you keep on practicing. Look at those old pictures of what I started with 8 years ago and how I've improved over the years. You can't just think you're going to be great at something. You got to keep practicing, practicing, practicing. There's even things now that I need to practice. But I want to give you some giveaways. So so you take those pumpkins. Those are giveaways for you guys. And I also am going to include a few glitter pops. These are fun little glitters that you can put on your arm, eyes. Give one to your sister, your mom, your grandma.
Awesome. So
Yes.
the first person that emails me, the first 2 will get these, and then we'll go down the line with the pumpkins.
Yes, there you go.
Oh my gosh, thank you,
Thanks
Connie.
for
This
having
was
me.
great.
Thank you so much. Keep practicing, kids.
Bye.